I was 7 years old, I started competing as a high-performance tennis player in BC. By the time I was 13 years old, I suffered a complete burnout. Now, I'm rebuilding my relationship to the sport I once loved, going back to my old coaches and peers as I train for my first tournament in over 10 years. Welcome to the return. I didn't tell you this on the phone, but I am going to be playing my first tournament in over 10 years.
Oh my God!
This month, actually.
Amazing.
Wait, you're playing?
Yeah.
Oh.
Are you playing the Richmond Open?
Yeah.
Oh wow, doubles or singles?
Singles.
Nice.
Wow, are you really?
Yeah.
You're playing your first tournament in over
Yeah.
10 years?
Also, I'm not even certain my rhythm is good.
No, it will be at the very end, and then
It'll be done. That I can confirm.
I don't know what. Did she tell you like about the?
What advice do I have for you going back into your first tournament? Enjoy every moment.
You know, I think the beauty of tennis is that not every point matters so much. And I think even if you lose 1 point, you know the next one is coming. You know, just like life, the match moves on.
I would say, based on what I believe, make your main goal is to feel good. Your main goal is to feel good.
I will also continue yapping when I get there because that's how I feel better.
Just enjoy the rush and the ups and downs.
Fall in love with the process, which is kind of a cliche now because we talk about it a lot, but just the details of like enjoying the competition and trying to find ways to battle, trying to be a good problem solver.
I think you should be very proud of yourself for signing up in the first place. So that's already a win. And just try to enjoy the moment and see if you can kind of bring back those core memories of being at tournaments and looking forward to playing. And I think the nerves will come back. That's kind of, that's a part of it.
Honestly, I would say just enjoy it. Like, so much of tennis, I think, goes by where you're putting all this pressure on yourself and you forget to just enjoy the game and like play because you love to play. And so I just say enjoy being out there. Like, it's been so long for you. You haven't played in forever. So just like enjoy playing, like enjoy being out there. And I feel like you'll have like a great time. It'll be great. I'm excited for you.
Have fun.
That's honestly what I was gonna say. Honestly, my advice to you is just have fun. Like, don't let what you've done in the past like disrupt you.
Mine's really simple.
All right, you go first then.
All right, have fun. Just go out there, enjoy it. You know, they say pressure is a privilege, so it's also something that we just create in our heads. So have fun. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna bring back a lot of memories, but also, you know, we're more mature now, we're adults, and we understand things a little bit better. So just enjoy the moment, whether you're winning or losing. It's gonna be a blast.
Hi, Amelia, nice to meet you.
I think last night and this morning I was very like purposeful about not really trying to replicate my childhood routine because that routine is so synonymous with like anxiety that I couldn't control, and that's stuff like, you know, like eating the right things the night before and going to bed on time and doing that. I'm like, no, I'm playing this for fun. I'm gonna eat the dinner that I'm craving. I'm gonna go to bed when I go to bed. I'm gonna make sure I have sleep, but I'm not gonna like overanalyze the 24 hours prior. I do want to throw up, which has been consistent throughout this whole process, is when I get nervous I want to throw up, but it's okay. Something I keep repeating in my head to handle that right now is two things. Pressure is a privilege, and the nerves will come. Everyone told me the nerves will come. The nerves are part of it. The feeling of pressure is a privilege we get when we play tennis. If I don't want to feel this, I don't have to play. When you eat. Oh, this is my bagel from this morning.
Let's do that.
Yum.
Delicious. Tennis is a sport that really gives you the opportunity to explore a full range of emotions in about 3 hours. And in life, you just don't get that opportunity as much anymore. And I think that's what I really want to focus on, is like, my emotions are valid, but also my emotions are like this is part of the sport. Part of the sport is controlling and figuring these out and feeling sad and feeling happy and feeling nervous and feeling angry. And that is why it's fun to play.
One, two. Mr. Yao, tournament desk, please.
I am very nervous. Watching people play made me nervous because then I'm like, oh, I'm playing today. I'm not just watching today, right? And then but it'll be fine. Just gotta get through it. Now is I feel so much more free and in like than I ever did as a kid on tournament day. Tournament day was like shackles on my life and like caused me a lot of stress for days before and days after and during. Versus today, I just feel like, yeah, I'm nervous. Yes, I'm anxious. Yes, I want to throw up. Like all these things are true, but I don't have that same feeling of dread and I think like bitterness. I feel very light. I think I'm excited to play, and I don't think I was ever, when I was in my peak tournament era, I don't think there was any part of me that was excited to play the tournament. And today I just like, I'm anxious to get on the court just so I can get started. And that's definitely not how I felt as a kid. That felt good. Shaking. I think everything about the transition from getting the balls, finding out the court, and walking makes me sick. So I'm very stressed about that. But then the actual playing on the court I'm fine with, and this part I'm fine with. It's just those 5 minutes that make me want to fall into a deep dark hole. It's okay. That is what I'm trying to trust in this process as well. Is like, I have trained the most I can. My serve's gotten better. I feel great about that. I got to play with more people this year than I ever have. I don't feel like picking up a racket feels strange anymore the way it did for the last like 10 years. It feels like normal. Like it doesn't feel new every time I do it. And I'm just hoping the process will lead to me on court having fun. I think a lot of tennis as a kid and tournaments as a kid was I did not trust myself going on the court. I did not trust that I could not cry. I did not trust that I could handle the emotions. I did not trust a lot of people and myself including. And like having those things come back to me, I think makes me feel like I can trust that part of myself again. Way more effort as an adult playing tennis is put into just like getting to play the next match and not getting injured. And I should eat.
Chatty.
I'm a yapper, man.
Every shot of me is like, oh, I'm gonna feel guilty that you didn't eat because I'm filming you not eat when you should eat.
I think there's two sides of it. Is like the talking to my parents and to my peers and to all these people in this process has helped me like remove the baggage that I felt with tennis on the court. So like it's the difference of like when I miss a shot, I'm not thinking I've disappointed everyone. How I felt as a kid is like I would go on court and I had no plan. Like it wasn't like I was like, oh, I'm gonna go on court and I'm gonna, you know, play these games in my head to distract my mind, and that's how it's gonna. It's like I went on court and I'd be like, this girl is better than me, or she's worse than me, or we're equally parred, and I need to win, and I need to get this, and I need to win, and like I would just repeat, oh my God, I need to win, like the whole match. And I just don't have that feeling today at all. Like I don't feel like I need to win. I don't really feel like I need any outcome. I think the only outcome I need is for the cameras to be turned on. I can't believe I'm gonna play.
Why? What?
I just haven't in so many years. It's weird to me that I'm gonna actually play a match.
What do you mean? You've just been playing.
No, but like a match against someone I don't know in a tournament setting. Definitely a huge feeling. I've been feeling very lately has been a sadness that I didn't try to do this earlier. I feel like that was a great point. Yeah, like I feel like I missed out.
Show me again.
I'm not finishing it. I keep gagging. I'm switching to granola bars.
Okay. You're gonna be fine, Noah.
My main goal, life-wise, is to have fun. But I think the way I have fun in tennis is to like feel that shot, like feel that consistency, feel that point where you're like in the zone, in the groove. It's like any sport. You get in this like perfect fixation and flow that feels great. And I get to be in the sun. And I like the sun, so. I was just thinking about how this is the most pressure, filming and the tennis I've ever felt.
Sir? Okay, so follow Nadia. Yeah. Have a good game.
Thank you.
5-minute warm-up. I'll let you know
Off court.
at 2-minute winner brings the balls with the canister back to turning desk.
I think I could have done this at any point in my life, but I think I wasn't ready to. Like, I think I could do this, like, I could have done this 3 years ago. Why not? But I think I wasn't ready to face it yet, so I guess me not being ready to face it was the reason I didn't do it. But it kind of disappoints me, because I'm like, I don't know. I wish I played from like 20 to 25 specifically. I feel like it would have been really fun for me, and I feel like, especially when I was in school, it would have been such a stress relief. And like, a way to find community as well when I like moved around, or like during COVID also. I didn't play during COVID when this was the only sport you could play during COVID. And yeah, I just kind of regret not jumping in like then, but also I wasn't ready to. I was still so angry. I love the feeling of sink or swim. I think I love the feeling of like either you do it or you don't. I love the black and white. Like I love the like very clear, not even success and loss, but just the either I get through it or I don't, and I've never not gotten through it. I want to have fun. I want to feel like I was 6 years old playing on the court with my mom in the pouring rain. I want to feel unstoppable and free again. I don't have that resentment anymore towards tennis. I don't have the anger and I don't have the bitterness. Like, I feel comfy with my racket. I don't like dread holding it. I don't dread going to the court with my brother because he's begged me to play. Like, I feel very excited to play, and I text him now, and like, I want to, yeah, I think the biggest change is I started this and I was still really angry, and now I just feel really, really excited. I think the biggest challenge about coming back was my own preconceived notions of like what it's like, because all of my notions were about what it was like when I was like 9, 10, 11, And I think as an adult, I was like, I'm gonna feel the same on the court. I'm gonna like have that same burden. So I think the hardest part was challenging myself to like separate from that and to not have that same feeling of burden on my shoulders, or like anger. Like I didn't realize how angry I was till I stopped being angry. Like I truly, and that was like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, when I like really feel like I let it go. And like I did not realize I was so bitter and resentful and like angry till I stopped, till I just like was able to go to the court and practice my serve and enjoy myself. And I was like, oh shit, I haven't done this literally ever. I think the person who influenced my decision to come back most was, oddly enough, my parents. It wasn't like they directly told me to come back, is that they casually started talking about tennis and like what maybe I went through and what we went through casually, like to other people. And I was like, oh, we're talking about this now? And that was like 4 years ago. And like they would just like tell my friends, being like, oh yeah, Noah did high performance tennis. Oopsie, that seems to have traumatized her. And like it was like a bit, and it was like funny. But also they were like, I don't know, they were so honest about it. And I remember like getting the first feelings of like validation and being like, oh, that did happen. And then 4 years later, after they started talking that way, I was like, I feel like I can tell the story. I don't know, it was like early on validation, and then after that, I think I wanted to tell the story. Because I've always wanted to talk about tennis. I've always been like, this is such a specific thing. I think definitely when the apprehensiveness I had to get on the court in the first place, or the bitterness or like resentment, definitely was not how I started. Like I loved playing with my mom, and I remember just like, oh, there's so many moments today that felt like when I was a kid in a good way, where like, I don't know, when you get like a really good winner or something, you touch something you didn't expect to touch, and you're like, yes, like it's such a visceral feeling of like, yeah. And I think that's why I wanted to play high performance. Like I remember being 7 and feeling that like, yes, I got it. And I think I felt that a lot today, even though I like lost. I think what surprised me about coming back was I didn't realize I had such a strong relationship still with perfectionism and failure. Like I genuinely thought I had gotten past that, and that I'm like happy to fail and don't strive for perfection anymore. And again, those first couple times I was on court and the first couple shooting blocks, I was still like really struggling with the feeling that things weren't perfect and that I wasn't playing to my perfect ability. And I think that came to a surprise to me, because like, I think even in the first interview I say like, I'm okay with failure. I've learned that as an adult. No, I'll talk. Like I was not okay with failure, and I really faced it around like February, where like things were coming together as fast as I wanted them to come together. I wasn't training enough. I was behind on my edit. I had like the documentary and the tennis was just not the way I wanted it to be. And I like really had to just be like, well. Yeah, I think I'm getting better at that. I wouldn't say like I did at the beginning of this process that I am like great at perfection now and actually don't feel it, and like great at failure. But I think like this whole process has been a huge learning curve for myself of like just not holding myself to an unreasonable standard that is so tied to self-worth. And I think today, if anything, like I came off the court and I had no association to my worth. None. I was not like I'm a bad person to have lost 6-2, 6-1. I was like, oh, sweet, game's done, I'm tired. little Noah was finally like it's healed is like a dumb way to put it, but like little Noah's finally like smiling back. And I think that happened like 4 weeks ago, where I just felt light again. Like I didn't feel, yes, I felt nervous today. Yes, I had stress. Yes, I had all these feelings, but I didn't have that like sadness. Like I didn't have that weight and that anger and that bitterness and that like, it was all gone. It was just so light today and like happy and fun.
I played with a girl, she I think was 4.5 open or open player, and she's like, why don't you play tournaments this year? And I was like, yeah, well, I don't think I'm that like good or something. Okay, you should try out. So I signed up apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
That's great.
Yeah,
What made you want to play?
The baby, I thought that maybe it will be nice coming back and teaching her some things that I know, because I've spent all my life almost playing tennis, majority of my life, so I know all the tricks and everything. Just I have to get back in shape. You can see today I was like so nervous. Like
yeah, I was.
It was insane. Like I felt like I'm 9 years old with my first tournament.
No, I feel the
So much
same. I'm so
pressure.
sorry about my toss. My toss was all over the place. I was so nervous, and it was just like I could not get it. Yeah, I was freaking out on my serve.
I think it's like it's coming from your junior years when you know put the pressure on yourself. You think it's your last day in court, and I used to play lots of tournaments, and like after 100 you get used to it. But like when you have such a break and you're like 25 years old and you're having a baby, you put so much pressure on yourself, like playing every match. I think it's gonna be the last one.
Yeah, no, totally, I agree. Sweet. What was your favorite part of our match?
Pressure and nerves, definitely.
Yeah.
It's like it's and also satisfaction that like even though that it's not the level I usually play and it's not the best I've done, but the thing is that I coped with it.
Yeah.
It's nice. It's nice. Yeah.
Killed me with those drop shots. You killed me with those. I was like, every time I was like, oh.
I think I performed exactly as I expected. There's no surprises. I mentally did not cry. Great. I did get frustrated, but it was very like playful frustration where I was like silly little girl in my head. And like, you know, like playing with myself. Like I was playing against myself, almost not her, which I think she was as well. She was playing against herself and not me, because we were both very in our heads. But like, yeah, like I wasn't like clocking her weaknesses because I wasn't that far. I was like, I need to figure out my game and get in a rhythm of it. Mentally, I think I had a huge improvement compared to like when I was a kid, because there's not one point that I missed and my self-worth was like connected to it. I think the return is a universal experience for anyone, because I think everyone has their version of something they're afraid to jump back into. I think everyone has something they are afraid to do. And I think the return is something everyone should have the opportunity to experience and feel. I could give advice to someone who wants to return to their own version of tennis. I would tell them, you're missing out by not jumping in head first. You will love it again.
How you feeling? Feeling great. Smashed my first racket ever. My childhood racket. Felt really cathartic. Felt awesome. It was very fun. Got a lot of my rage out, my anger. Really cathartic. Whoa! This was what I was most excited for. So, feeling great. I lost first match and only got 3 games total. Definitely did, like, you know, losing's not fun. I definitely, when I got home, was like, I want to play more. That was like the thing I was most like, it would have been nice to have another match. Yeah, I'm already signed up for my next tournament at the end of June. Pretty excited. I'm gonna play mixed doubles with my brother and the singles, but and the Burnaby Open. So we're gonna continue. Yeah, I'm craving it more. More than losing, I just wanted to play again. Noah Kazulin has returned to tennis. Are you gonna cry? No. Don't cry.